We've cleared the decks to have a good, long conversation with Sylain Bruneau, who is the head coach for the women's national team, Tennis Canada. But specifically for us today, he is Bianca Andreescu's coach, and you know he's in New York. And Sylain, thank you for giving us some time today.
My pleasure.
Listen, number one, congratulations. Your athlete is about to do what no Canadian has ever done before, get to the finals, singles, U.S. Open. You let that sink in yet?
Well, yes and no. It's been a short night, but it was an amazing 2 weeks, and there's one more match. So right now the focus today will be to get ready for tomorrow. We'd like to celebrate and take advantage of it, but we can't right now. So
you got to focus. You got. What do you do
focus.
Today, Sylain? What do you do to get ready for tomorrow?
Well, she needs to sleep in a little bit because it was a late night, and so we're going to head to the site around 1 p.m. We're going to have a short hit, a little bit of fitness. We're going to obviously discuss a little bit the last match against Serena, and then she needs a lot of sleep and try to stay ready.
Okay, I'm going to come back to the match against Serena in a second, but I want to spend some time on last night, as you said. So turn your coach's eye to that game last night and that win, that another come-from-behind win. What was your assessment of her performance there?
Well, actually, it was a rough start. She was actually, she won quite a few games on her serve where she was in trouble. I think Benchik was playing really, really well, and Bianca was a little bit erratic, not totally herself, but was able, because of all the grits and hanging in there, to win that first set. And then she got in trouble in the second set. Again, Benchik playing really, really good tennis. But again, Bianca did what she's really good at, is like her back against the wall, 2-5 in the second set. She just raised her level like incredible. The performance she provided in those last 5 games, the kind of tennis she was able to perform, she really went forward, not scared, and went and grabbed the match, and that was absolutely amazing to witness.
It sounds like she's impressed even you. I was going to ask what it's like for you as her coach to sit there and watch, knowing, I mean, she said she hasn't played her best tennis yet. You just said she had that rough start. So you're watching there, knowing she's not playing as well as she can. Kind of like, there you are there, right there, but you're looking impassive. What's going through your mind, and what are you hoping that she's able to pull out there?
Well, I know that she's able to get herself back in the match. I know she's capable of this. But I also understand that to win a Grand Slam, and we're speaking now of the U.S. Open, I mean, you don't always do that playing your best for every single match. There's 7 of those, and you need to be able to manage those moments when you're not playing as good as you could, but you're able to still fight, find solutions, and hang in there and find a way, and that's what she's able to do. And I think that's the trademark of a champion, and I think it's actually good that she goes through those situations. I mean, obviously, sitting there, I wish she was always playing top tennis, but I know that's not possible either. So it's the trademark of the great to be able to win those matches, those big matches, when you're not even playing at your best. So she did that, so that's pretty special.
She sure did, and she mentioned a couple of times, I was interested, that when she's off, she has to get her head back in the game, and she mentioned she returns to her tactics. She kept using the word tactics. What are the tactics that you've been working on?
Well, I mean, we have different tactics depending on who she's playing. We adapt, and that's the beauty of her game, is like she's very versatile. She has a full, complete game. She's able to do everything on the court, so we're able, depending on if she plays Benchik or if she plays Serena or if she plays another player, the tactic will differ because of the player she's playing against. So in a match, sometimes your focus drifts because you start thinking that maybe you will win or maybe you will lose or that sort of thing. And it's always, for every athlete, I'm guessing, not only in tennis, it's always an art to be able to keep your focus or refocus when things are not going where you want it to be. And for Bianca, it's to focus on what she has to do, be in the process and the moment and the tactics that she is supposed to apply, and make sure she doesn't let her mind wander too much. So, you know, she's human, and it happens that it does, where her mind goes a little bit away. but she's very good at getting it back on track, and I think she did that last night.
Is there anything else that you've been doing differently? Because she's talked about her hard work, and you've been doing that for years, but this past year has been extraordinary. Have you changed anything in this past year to get her to this point so quickly?
I think we made some changes when we actually started working together, and that would be in March 2018, so basically 18 months ago. She was a very good player then, but she was playing the kind of usual tennis you see on the women's tour. She was blessed with a good hand, but she was hitting the ball with power, taking everything really early and flat, and playing like most of the girls play on tour, which is the way to be. But I felt she had so many tools and she had so many options, and there's so many things she could do on court that we changed a little bit her game to make it more versatile and able to do different things on the court, change the angles, the spin, the height, the speed, come in. So I would think that's probably what has been probably one of the key of her success.
And what has caught the attention of all the people in the tennis world who are raving about her game and her potential, and bringing all of those tools to bear against someone tomorrow who also has all the tools. You talked about tactics and changing them depending on who she's facing. Set up the game against Serena tomorrow, if you would.
It's a tough match. I mean, Serena is a legend, and I think it's actually a dream final. What a Saturday that is for tennis around the world. But against Serena, I mean, it's going to be very important that Bianca is able to keep the ball deep. Serena is very aggressive, very offensive. It's going to be important that she returns well, that she gets a lot of returns back. We know she's able to do a lot of damage with her serve. But keep her on the move, keep her ball really deep. And the most important part, mix it up, because Serena likes the pace. She likes those fast rallies. And honestly, to go out there and believe in it. I mean, that's, nothing can happen unless she really believes she can do it. So that will be important that she step on that court tomorrow feeling this way.
It certainly seems that she believes anything is possible based on how she's playing. And everyone looking forward to seeing, hopefully, a full match that we didn't get to see back at the Rogers Cup. Listen, what a pleasure to speak to you, Sylain. You should know that what's happening on that court is the #1 news story coast to coast to coast today, and everyone is watching and certainly following very closely. What a great story this is.
Awesome. If it's good for tennis, that makes me really happy.
Well, thank you for the time. Hopefully we can speak again about some fantastic result and history made. We'll be watching, Sylain. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.